On this episode of Chicago Beer Pass, Nick and I are in the studio drinking some Maplewood Session IPA with the hop review as we chat about their upcoming event, Ultra Fresh. These last 3 weeks, what'd you make it to?
Yeah, because, you get a cork knocked out, boop, it just flies like fucking 10 feet. We're like, yeah, let's do it. The legend, Mr. Pete Crowley. I love Pete Crowley, man.
How's that beer? It's what you think it is.
It'll be like the stuff you hear. You ever go to, every time you go to Floyd's, all the music sounds like this. Raw, raw, raw.
Hey, what's up and welcome to another episode of Chicago Beer Pass. I'm Brad Chmielewski.
Brad, what's up, man? I'm Nik White.
And we escaped Old Irving. We're back in the studio.
Dude, it's a packed house in that joint every time I've ever been there. It was fun, though, man. Yeah. We sat right in the middle of the brew house to do the show. Mm-hmm. So that was cool.
But we got another special guest this week.
We are back. Back for the second time, man. It's Jack Muldowney from the Hop Review.
Woo.
What's up, baby?
Thanks.
How are you, man?
Good.
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, we're going to get all things ultra fresh with
We're
Jack,
gonna get
man.
fresh up in here.
Let's get fresh. Stay fresh.
It's like 1/3 of the Hop Review, is that right?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. It fluctuates.
Okay.
Yeah. Tom, so I'm now, since the last time we talked, the only one left in Chicago. So
Whoa.
Wait, so
flying solo here.
Where's our guy Tom White? Because he was slanging for Collective Arts.
He still is, but by way of Michigan now. He's in Grand Rapids.
Ooh.
Up in pure Michigan, huh?
Pure Michigan.
All right.
But we're not drinking Collective Arts. We're drinking Maplewood.
Damn right we are, man. From the
Sorry, Tom. Although they'll be at Ultra Fresh as well.
I never drink Collective Art. I never really see it. I have a hard time
there was a
finding it, I feel like.
There was a Sleeping Village party where I drank a lot of it.
Okay.
Recently?
No, I think about it.
In the winter was. I think I remember that one.
8 months ago.
The stuff I've had has been good. I just don't see it.
They've got, I mean, like a lot of people, hazy IPAs are pretty prevalent, but they just released a 3.5% IPA that I'm like,
oh, nice, okay.
Spot on.
They threw a killer launch party, maybe 2 years ago now. There's a handlebar where the Rev guys used to own that handlebar on, what is it? I guess.
Handlebar?
Handlebar, the bar.
Yeah.
Oh, next door.
Oh, okay.
There's like an event space, and
nice.
they threw a really cool outdoor party there.
Oh, cool. But back to Maplewood.
Sorry.
Sorry, Maplewood.
So you brought us some of this Session IPA, which I don't think we've had. We haven't had Maplewood in a long time, and we think we've had some pants. But that's about it.
They were husky or juicy or some variant.
Yeah.
Some version of pants. This is the non-pants version. I think before all the pants stuff existed, this was around.
We were on before the haze craze took off, we were on this session kind of like.
Still says Session IPA on the can, which I think some people think is like a bad moniker maybe these days. I've heard. I never thought so,
That's a
but
good thing,
I think
though.
Just given with how much hazy stuff there is.
Who was it? It was either Peace or Half Acre, where their beer was called Extra Pale Ale. And it confused people.
The tuna was in the beginning. Yeah.
And they were like, all right, Session IPA.
Yeah, like what does extra mean?
What is extra?
Double, or is it extra light?
That's true, yeah. Extra of the stuff you like. That's but yeah, Session, usually just means you have multiple a session. That's how I always took it as, right?
Yeah.
This is 4.5 or something, right?
Yeah.
There's 4 different hops and 3 different grains in here. One of the grains is flaked maize. Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is a fun beer. This is
really Session. It's light. It's a light IPA.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's hitting spot. It's finally warm out, so it seems to make sense today.
I haven't been outside since 9 a.m. So I don't know. It looks nice.
I was just outside for the first time since this morning.
Yeah,
so
it feels great now.
Yeah,
it's
nice.
69 right now.
Yeah, but Maplewood's going to be one of the breweries at the event, right?
Yep, they will be at Ultra Fresh. They've been there at least the last 3 years. Or this will be the third year in a row, I believe.
Are they bringing a haze? Is that going to be the theme? Because fresh haze is what people are after, right?
It seems to be. As the beer information trickles in, it seems to be the trend,
Okay.
which is not unexpected. But don't know which beer Maplewood is bringing yet, so TBD.
Right.
But this was the freshest one available at your local liquor store here.
Oh, okay.
Good old Miskas.
We should
They got a tap room now.
We should get
Miskas.
sponsored. They have like $4 pints of Three Floyds all the time.
Yeah,
Like I don't think you can get that anywhere in the city. Except and
that's
it's,
a fact. Except at the light here.
it's like Zombie does too. On tap, $4.
Yeah.
Let's go. But okay, so let's talk about last year and then what to expect this year. So
Sure.
we're at a different location.
Mm-hmm.
This is Ultra Fresh 4.
Ultra Fresh 4.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, we tried to shake it up as much as we could this year, with it, obviously keeping in mind the theme of all the beer. So I guess actually even the freshness is slightly different. Last year it was all within 5 days of package.
Okay.
This year we've gone within a week, so slightly less fresh for some people. But that's because we're accounting for some out-of-state breweries.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say
For
yeah.
the
Why?
first
So
time.
you're just giving them a little bit of buffer.
Yeah, we needed at least those couple extra days of logistical buffer.
Mm-hmm. And it's not during Chicago Craft Beer or Illinois Craft Beer Week, so
Which it was last year, right?
yeah,
It
so
has
you-
been, yeah, each year it has been. So this is also the first year it's not in
So you
May.
can go out of state a little bit and kind of.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bring in some friends from out of state.
Who's coming in from out of state?
Allagash, Old Nation, Grist House from Pittsburgh.
Okay, I don't know.
I want to say Old Nation is up in Michigan.
Yeah, they
Yep.
got that M.
It's out of Lansing.
Yeah, M43 or something.
21.
Yeah, something, right?
M43.
Yeah.
Yeah. 18th Street, so just out of state.
You know, Hammond, Illinois. Hammond, Indiana.
Yeah.
Hammond, Indiana.
Practically Hammond, Illinois, right? I'm forgetting some. Oh, Collective Arts from Canada. There's probably somebody I'm missing.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, it was the first time that we tried to bring in some out-of-state people, so
Mm-hmm.
should be good.
Was that something you guys were trying to do, or is it something people asked for, or what? What's the reason behind?
I think not necessarily something that people asked for, but I think it was just something we wanted to try and see if we could do.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, it's not uncommon to see breweries from out of state at festivals in Chicago, but it's the logistics and the distribution and the time frame that make it a little tricky for this premise. So we wanted to try and see if that lined up with anybody, which it is.
Nice.
We're glad.
I love the idea, man. That's a legit party. I think the last time I went 2 years ago, we were talking in the pregame about how the first beer I had was Stay Lit, and it was a collab between like Three Floyds and Forbidden Root.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was in that alley at Right Way Signs, and it was such a cool vibe. But then this whole premise of hey, all this beer is like 5 days, or 5 days or less, was really cool. But you guys are moving locations.
New location.
So talk about the new location, man, and then why the move? What made you move?
So Right Way is awesome. We love their space, and they're a sponsor and a partner this year as well. So like they're helping us with a lot of things, signage wise, promotion, some crossover stuff. But in an effort for a couple things with the layout there, it was a little tricky. And had it ever rained while we were at Right Way, it would have been
you're
a total
fucked.
disaster
Yeah,
because there was not enough indoor space. And then just in an effort to kind of switch things up, we're moving it to the ICNC, which is where our studio is over. If anyone knows where Rhine Hall Distillery is, it's the same building. We're just on the opposite side.
Back there in the brewing district.
Yeah,
That's
just
right.
just past the brew district.
We wanted to put it in the brewing district, obviously.
So it's gonna be inside the building then. So
It-
it will.
No, it won't be inside, but it's in the loading dock area, so
Okay.
there's a good portion of it that is covered.
Oh, so like old school Goose Island dock party days.
It'll be a dock party. Yeah, very
Ooh.
industrial.
Nice.
It's a cool layout. Yeah, it's big too, so there's a little more breathing room than
Yeah.
a Right Way.
Now you're a man that wears many hats. I remember seeing something. Oh, the USA Today thing. We were at Old Irving, and I want to say you were part of the crew that got together and picked the nominees, right?
Yeah.
And then so this thing you're doing at the I forgot the letters, but Stout Collective, right? Or is that
That's my studio mate runs that.
Your studio mate
my
runs that.
design studio is called Malt, MALT.
MALT?
Yep.
Okay?
So
And that's what you're doing over at this location where the party's gonna be.
yep. So
Okay.
I share a studio, which is where the Hop Review is de facto housed in our studio over there. Share it with 3 other businesses. So one of them is Stout Collective, who does a lot of beer marketing, promotion.
Matt
Tanaka,
Yeah.
formerly of Lakeshore Beverage, and they are also partners in hosting Ultra Fresh. So
Nice.
they actually, one of his clients is Pilot Project, which is a yet to exist brewery, but they're about to open, and they're actually one of our sponsors.
In Chicago, though?
Yep, in Logan Square, up by.
Dude, Logan's gonna have like 10 breweries in no time, man.
I would guess their address, but I'm not exactly sure. I know it's on Milwaukee, so somewhere up where everything else is.
Okay.
It's crazy what's going on in Logan.
Yeah.
Probably over by where the new Target is somewhere.
Is there a Target
Across
going
the
in
street
over
from
there?
the Target.
Yeah, where the super mall, where the mini,
Oh,
where
of
the
course.
mega mall
I
was.
was at the
Of course it's a Target.
there's a bar. There's a bar called Estero next to that mini mall.
Yeah.
And there's apartments in there.
Yeah.
These apartments are going for $3,500 a pop, man.
Yeah.
For like a 2-bedroom, man.
In Logan, like 5 years ago, the most gang shootings in Chicago.
Dude, I lived in Logan, man, and it was like a little bullet wound had like spray. Somebody had died, so then everyone's like spray painting their name on the side. This wasn't long ago. This was like 6 years ago.
I know.
So like
Now it's fancy coffee and tap rooms.
It's a whole different vibe over there now.
Pilot.
Yeah. So if you guys have both been to Ultra Fresh, when we've done one of the sponsors, their part of the trade is that they do an entry can that you're given. That's also within the parameters. Usually, just a few days of being packaged. So, Pilot Project, we're doing a collaboration brew with them that's specifically for this event.
Oh, cool.
And will be their first beer.
Where are they packaging it at?
In their space.
In their space.
So they have all the equipment in there. They've just started brewing actually just before we did this beer. So it'll be the first thing of theirs to leave the brewery.
Cool. I feel like, was last year a Hopewell beer or?
No, last year was Revolution.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. I think the second year in a row that Revolution did it.
What were the other places? So it's going to be at a new place this year, and then last year was at
Right Way.
Yeah, Right Way. Now, was it always at Right Way, or was it somewhere else?
Last 2 years were at Right Way. The first year we did it at Bitter Pops.
Okay.
They had just opened.
That's one of those breweries, one of those like bottle shops near Half Acre on Lincoln.
Yes.
Okay.
Modern slashy.
Modern slash. Yeah.
That's cool. So what are you most excited for the lineup this year? Like, is there any like standouts, or are you guys testing or not testing, tasting any of the beer, or like?
No, some of it is beer that people will be familiar with that just hasn't been packaged recently, so it's kind of making its way back around in the brew schedule for some of these breweries. Like Half Acre will have Bodum, which is going to be, I'm guessing, very prevalent this summer.
Yeah, people are. That beer is good. People are kind of losing their shit about it too. Like,
It's delicious.
Yeah, it's rivaling Daisy Cutter, kind of. I think.
Ooh, yeah.
I mean, yeah. Like if you got an ice cooler and you see Bodum and Daisy Cutter,
I might go for Bodum now.
Might get the Bodum.
Had one yesterday. Yeah, I think they've got to be cranking that stuff out already. I mean, they are. It's obviously out there.
3-day hold apparently at the brewery in the cold room. They were saying.
Oh yeah.
They hold it for
that's
3
right.
days before it can leave.
Yeah.
Why?
Which is crazy.
I forgot why.
I think that was their like ideal turnaround. Nothing sits there for more than 3 days.
Okay.
So
Before
it's gotta be gone.
Yeah.
Within 3 days.
And part of it, like he was saying, that I was surprised how small the cold storage was actually for how much beer they're
So
producing.
they're like, we don't even have space for it,
Yeah.
and we need this out the door.
Yeah.
Nice, because you guys were just there.
Yeah, like a week ago.
Yeah.
Bocce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Phil
Nick's first botchy.
Hey, yeah, hanging out with Phil McFarland. Almost got my ankles shattered by the Hop of you guys.
What?
No.
throwing that
Oh,
bocce
me.
ball super fast.
What are you doing on that side of the?
I should have been on the court. Let's say that. First.
I can't take credit. This wasn't my doing.
It was fun though.
Nice. What was that for? That was Half Acre thing. Just a event, like celebration of the space.
I think the refresh space. I gathered.
Yeah, I think maybe they had they refreshed the garden portion.
Yeah, and the tap room a little bit.
Yeah.
If anyone remembers the layout's just a little different. They kind of opened it up a bit inside there.
Well, they took out the bread counter, right?
Yeah, so all that's gone. There's some merch over there and some extra seating. I think
Okay.
they've added some. I don't know. I guess some posters around the space, some gig posters, and redid the back of the bar. But yeah, the beer garden is really nice. A lot nicer than it was. Not to say it wasn't, but
Because it was like 6 picnic tables before.
yeah, it filled up quickly.
Yeah.
And now they've got some awnings to
Cool.
keep that sun out. Repainted everything. Added the bocce. It's nice.
Nice. Okay. We're all over the place here. So
interjection, a little half-acre interjection.
yeah, you got some Bodum. What else are you excited for, or breweries that or new stuff that you might see that you've had or looking forward to?
I'm trying to think of what beer. Some of the breweries have started sending us which beers will actually be there. But I can't think of anything at the moment. But as far as breweries, I think probably a couple of these out-of-state ones, just because I know they're new. Like Grist House from Pittsburgh is one that we used to spend a lot of time in Pittsburgh, and my wife lived there. And this was one of the local breweries, but one that had a beer garden also that we'd be able to walk to. So it was kind of our go-to. So it's nice that we'll be able to have them here.
I want to say that's the one at Uppers and Downers where they had the beer and was paired with a tea.
That was Grist?
Yeah, Grist House.
Grist.
Yeah.
You said it, I already forgot. Nice. I don't know. What do we got? Alarm in the juice, probably. No, alarm.
No,
What? Gary Gully.
I know. We were in talks with them. The packaging schedule didn't line up for them. So, unfortunately, no juice. No juice from them. Juice from other people, I'm sure.
Okay.
How many breweries we talking here? Like,
I have 28, I think.
Oh, right on. That's pretty legit.
Mm-hmm. And I should mention too, we have, because Ryan Hall is in the building, them and Metric, who's across the street, are going to be doing some fun stuff.
Ooh, I've never.
That's the name of that coffee shop. Yeah. So the brewing district ends, and then there's Metric, and then there's Ryan Hall, and then there's the collab space.
I always wanted to go to Ryan Hall, but the hours are weird.
Yeah, the hours are bizarre.
We're open every other Wednesday when the sun goes down.
They're not open that late.
Before the sun goes down.
Yeah, I've heard similar things with their hours that they're not. Like I said, they're not open that late, but they are staying open for Ultra Fresh and then after Ultra Fresh.
Okay.
So you got something going on with them, you're saying?
Yep, we're doing. They're doing some beer schnapps that they're going to. I don't know if it's fair to call it fresh hopping, but they're going to be adding fresh hops at some point in the process. To make that, they've said that's the first time they've used actual hops within any of their stuff. The beer schnapps they've just ferment. I don't know how that works exactly.
What's
You
a
ferment.
Beer schnapp?
You ferment beer, so it's beer liqueur, basically.
You like distill it, right?
Yeah, that's what I distill it.
Distill like. So I know there's a Bourbon County one, and they got Bourbon County distilled it.
They did Ryan Hall?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so they get someone else's beer?
They get some of their beer. They get the barrel.
Okay.
I guess if it was a barrel aged beer to begin with, which obviously Bourbon County was like that, and it's a really interesting take because it's very obviously Bourbon County.
Yeah.
But it's, because it's a liquor and it's, I don't know, 30% or something. It's different.
It's kind of blowing my mind. I've never had this.
They'll be sampling a bunch of the beer schnapps, and they'll have this special version.
So the Bourbon County one tastes like Bourbon County. If Session IPA was done, would it taste like that?
Oh yeah, what would it taste like?
I don't know. They did. The other one that we did taste was from Church Street. I'm trying to think of what style it was to begin with.
Itasca, Illinois.
Belgian style, maybe.
Formerly Chet Brett's Brewery.
Yeah. Now he's at Soundgarden. No. Tribes.
Yeah.
I know it was one of those Tinley breweries.
So yeah, some fun stuff.
Yeah. Speaking of fun stuff, man, I know that the hop review since we last saw you, you guys made a beer, man.
We did.
You guys made a beer out in I want to say is Lake Zurich?
That's right.
Okay.
Roaring Table.
Yeah, Roaring
another
Table,
brewery.
man.
They'll be at Ultra Fresh as well.
Very cool. How did the what'd you make and how did that come about, man?
How did it come about? I think Tom spearheaded that one. I think he'd been spending a lot of time out there for work stuff, and stopping by on the way home. Kept in conversations with those guys, and I think they've done one collab before.
Yeah.
But they hadn't done a collaboration, I think, at their own space. So that was a first, I believe. We'd done one collab before with Burnt City a few years ago to commemorate the Chicago Fire, which was a smoked beer.
Nice.
But this one, we were doing a table beer. We kind of wanted to not do something hazy or something that would stand out a little bit, I think, from the lineup for the summer. So it's going to be a really, don't know the final ABV. It actually just finished. It'd been fermenting since April, March.
Okay.
But it should be good. It went into fooders, too. That's partly why it took so long.
Oh, that sounds cool.
Nice. So you did that to stand out a little bit from the haze stuff. Do you think other breweries are trying to do that now? Are they like, do you think breweries are kind of bored with the haze?
I
like
think,
as a brewer, but not as like this pays kind of like.
Yeah, I think at least to have something that contrasts like what, like the hazy stuff's not going away and it's on everybody's menu, but it's nice to have something else that breaks it up a little bit. So I feel like whether it's a table beer or something that is sessionable in general, whatever the style is, I feel like that is, I think I'm seeing a lot more of that, at least like some of the stuff that's been sent to us for reviews. So,
because I saw on, I don't know if you guys are on the Facebook Chicago Brewers not Brewers, but the Chicago craft beer.
Oh, beer enthusiasts?
Yeah, and someone like shared, I got a workforce sampler when I got all the hazies, and it was 12 hazy beers at Workforce, and someone's like, oh, my dream. It's like, what? These, not to say, Workforce makes great beer, but these are gonna taste the same. Like,
and at least look
and
the
you
same.
don't. It was like the hue was like, oh, just shift this a little bit, but
Yeah.
well, yeah, like
Yeah.
that's a lot of haze to have on tap.
I feel like the burnout factor is starting to play in a little bit at least.
Mm-hmm.
So
I wonder if the season, it getting warmer and people being like, I don't know if I need this sticky juice as much as, I want something with some hops and something that has
it's a little drier.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about Tunnel at Half Acre. Tunnel. It's this beer they got on tap there right now. And, you saw Gabriel, and he was jazzed about it. He's like, hey, did you try the Tunnel? And then, we're drinking the Tunnel, and we're like, man, this is like, it's weird that people don't make this style anymore because it's like a straight up
like
double IPA.
Yeah, like remember old school, quote unquote.
Remember what
like
IPA
4
is?
years
Just
ago?
bitter bomb.
Yeah, like big, bitter, a little bit of marmalade backbone to it.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet finish.
And it was great, but it wasn't hazy at all.
Nice. Yeah, I ran into someone, and they like, I had a brewery like, oh yeah, this is like blah 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 IPA, like, or the IBUs, and I was like, no one cares about
God,
that.
remember
dude.
IBUs?
I was like, what do you?
IBUs are so uncool now.
Yeah.
IBUs was a thing for the longest time.
Yeah, it was like everyone's menu would list the IBU.
115 fucking IBUs in this bitch.
What's the highest ABV? What's the highest IBU? Give it to me.
Give it, yeah.
Yeah, see, everything's cyclical, maybe, sort of, or goes in waves.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I think we mentioned that sour IPA kind of thing.
Which I don't get what that means still, but
like Forbidden Roots doing a lot of these, and it's kind of, I think, bridging that gap a little bit of like, it's really just tacking an IPA onto these things that aren't IPAs to get people to kind of try other beers. So it's a non-IPA IPA kind of.
Yeah, so I think more of those are coming into existence.
Yeah.
Some brewers see the haze as like this dead end, where like if you love haze, then you're only going to get haze, and you might get like a really decadent stout, and then that's it. You won't try any other beers. And the point of a sour IPA is like, hey, it at least has a little more beer integrity, and you might try more styles based off.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And the IPA letters have turned off so many people being like, I don't like bitter.
Yeah.
And so people won't drink IPAs, but now the hazy IPAs in New England, they're like, oh, maybe I like these.
Yeah.
And even this, the
sure.
Maplewood, it's like, it's not really bitter. It's kind of like a soft haze kind of thing.
It's a little more. It's a floral, like kind of earthy, not juicy, basically.
No.
But yeah, it's weird because I wonder if either IPA has lost its meaning or it now just carries several meetings because like
Right.
there's no traditional IPA anymore, and like what would be considered a traditional IPA is so hard to find.
It's probably like 60-minute, right? Dr. Said
Yeah,
60
so like
minute
some
would
of
probably
those.
be like, if I think IPA, I think
Like Two Hearted or something.
yeah, Two Hearted and 60 minute.
I love
Those are
Two
probably
Hearted.
Two Hearted. So good. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's a double
Yeah.
Two Hearted allegedly coming out this summer.
I saw that.
I'm
Yeah.
here for that.
Really?
Yeah.
Double Two Hearted, bring it.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right. Back to Ultra Fresh.
Yes, ultra fresh, man.
So, tickets, people can still get them.
They can still get
Haven't
them.
sold out yet.
No, it's been picking up a good bit, which it seems within the last few weeks leading up to it every year, it's they pick up. So I'm not sure where it'll end up, but we're looking for around 500.
Okay.
So
Right on.
maybe it'll sell out.
You guys still partnering with Josh Seago?
Yep, we're teaming up with Lou Dog.
We like Blue Dogs.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If people are slackers, can they get tickets at the door?
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That's me usually. Like, oh, I could have bought these.
It's fair to say we'll let people in at the door.
Okay.
If this was still at Right Way, that maybe would be a different situation because their space just didn't allow us beyond a certain amount of people. So when we did sell out there, it was tough because we had to turn people away. So
okay.
the space, like I said, at ICNC is much roomier. So
Yeah.
we'll have space.
How many people are gonna roll up on scooters?
Oh
Jeez.
jeez, gosh.
And then, like, I was watching Chicago last night, and you're supposed to walk your scooter on the sidewalk and ride it in the street.
Right.
So,
You're not supposed to ride on the 606 either.
So, yeah, shame on
Yeah,
them.
good luck. Come on.
Yeah. Fucking scooters. 2,500 of these things.
Oh, well, wow.
Yeah, that's the pilot. That's
just,
the pilot.
just on the west side here. So
Yeah, it's been how many days now? 4, 5 days?
I hate these scooters. I saw somebody on a scooter yesterday on the sidewalk.
there was one parked in front of my house. I almost threw it in the trash. I was like, "This is in front of my house."
I've never
Yes,
wanted to
Yeah.
push someone before until I saw a scooter on the sidewalk.
I was not on board with them. Then we went to Atlanta about a month ago, and they have the Beltline there. If you guys have ever been there, which is basically the 606, but it
Okay.
goes around the entirety of downtown.
Huh.
It's bigger.
That sounds pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, it's really nice. Like everyone's on there. Like
Yeah.
same as the 606, runners, joggers, bikers. But these scooters are everywhere there. Everywhere. Like to say that they're littered is like the best description because they're just all over the place.
Mhm.
So we finally gave them a try. And then I went to the ER the next day and came home with a cast. So I don't like the scooters.
What happened?
Not a
You
fan.
get hit by a car? You crash?
No,
or-
after we were taking them around the Beltline and it was great. And like once you get used to it, they're kind of fun. But they go a good speed.
Yeah.
And it was when we were trying to make our way back towards the Airbnb and we were on the sidewalk, and the sidewalks are not as nice as the Beltline. And we went to turn the corner, pothole, just ate it. Concrete.
I haven't rode them here. I've ridden them, rode them in other cities. Like, they're super fun to ride.
They are. I mean,
But they're, like, annoying if you're not on one.
I agree.
Like, there's no way to describe that feeling. It's like,
No,
it's not a, like, oh, you're cooler than me
No,
kind of
it's a
thing.
nuisance,
It's
but
a
a fun
nuisance,
nuisance.
but yeah. It's like, you're having too much fun. I wish I was having fun too, but I can't right now kind
Yeah.
of thing.
I feel like, the first time I saw them was in Atlanta, and I feel like it translated a little better there because they have more park space through the city, and that version of the 606 is way bigger than what we have here. But
Yeah.
like with the roads here, I don't know.
Yeah. Even, like, I rode a divvy bike from, like, Union Station over to, like, the Magma, and everyone was, like, very disrespectful of me and my
Yeah.
divvy bike. Like, no one cared. Like, I'm trying to turn, and people
Okay.
No
cut
one
me
cares
off.
about these
Downtown,
scooters.
it's like
I've seen
different.
2 people on one scooter
Nope,
already.
don't do that.
Like, I've seen that.
Don't do
Like,
that.
it's just like
No. Yeah. So how many people roll up in those? Probably.
not supposed to drink and ride scooters.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
There will be lots of scooters out front, probably, but
You can
not-
walk to Goose Island after. You can walk to Rhine Hall after.
Right on.
Yeah.
You could get over to District Brew Yards too.
Yep. Not too
Yeah.
far.
Yeah. The whole district,
Is that are they the king of the district because they got the name?
I love how they did name themselves after the district a little bit.
I like it. I wish it was more commonly used, that term for that
The
area.
district,
But I'm not sure
yeah.
it's caught on yet.
There's like 5 or 6 breweries over there now.
Yeah, Forbidden Roots, like just a stone's throw from it.
Yeah. On Tour, that's a sleeping giant over there.
Mm-hmm.
On Tour is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. The District Brew Yards, I like it because of the space, but then also 2 blocks later, you're at On Tour. And I hadn't been there all year. And I was like, District Brew Yards, it kind of inspired me to go to On Tour.
Great
so I like
spot.
District Brew Yards even more.
Yeah, it is a good thing at
Any
the garage
place,
door.
yeah, you just throw the door, the windows up like that.
Alarmus is adding garage doors like that too. So
Nice.
people.
Nice.
All right. So the website, people can get tickets.
Yes, sorry.
Is there a VIP or just normal admission?
Not this year. We did that last year, but it's just
Okay.
we've
Guys
added
always
a
looking
little,
to cut the lines, man.
yeah,
This fucking guy.
little extra time to make up for it. But
There was plenty, like last year I was there, there's plenty of beer. I don't remember anything tapping super quickly.
No,
Like, it's
okay.
not a wait in line kind of
no, thankfully
thing.
not. It's spread out enough that
Yeah.
that doesn't end up to be the case. And while there are always a couple that tap out like early-ish, yeah, there's plenty of beer, a lot of good beer.
Nice. All right, so get 'em all,
TheHopReview.com. That's where you can go.
and we'll include a link in the show notes. Yeah. And so where can people find out more about the Hop Review? HopReview.com. All the stories get posted there. You got beer reviews going
Yep.
up all the time, and
Once a month, new slew of beer reviews, interviews, travel. It's been a little-
collaborations.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I guess.
You guys
We
are
should-
busy,
there.
man. You're
We
busy
gotta
guys.
get someone to make a beer with us.
Do it.
Uh,
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of. I'm still trying to make Lonely Guy Belgian barley wine.
we should do it.
Who's that?
Me. I'm the lonely guy. I want to make a Lonely Guy
Oh.
Belgian barley wine.
We should do a sour black IPA.
Oh, love that style. Love it. Who, if you guys did a collab,
That new shit.
who'd you collab with? Each of you, give a different answer, maybe.
Who do I want to collab
Well, I think,
I mean, Maplewood's on the. I love the Maple Room,
yeah.
so I would want to do a beer with Maplewood. And then they got the tall boy 4-packs, and I like being there too. So I would probably say them. And then the
I
beers
think
are-
I might say Cruz Blanca, so then I could eat some tacos too while we're
you go.
working on these beers.
Nice.
It's a good call.
Nice.
Good call.
Good move.
Maybe go in the basement. Maybe get some of them barrel aged joints that
Yeah,
we had
yeah,
that
I'm
were
just-
looking amazing.
Their barrel aged
The
stuff is
Luchador.
underrated.
Yeah, that.
I don't know how that hasn't caught on
Yeah.
more than it has.
So that's our objective for summer.
Eat more tacos.
Eat more tacos. Get a Cruz Blanca and a Maple Room collaboration.
Nice.
Boom.
Cool. All right, let's get out of here. Nick, where can people find you when we're not here?
Right on, man. I'm on Twitter at Nicosia.
And I'm on Twitter at BRAD, Chicago Beer Pass, Chicago Beer Pass, Twitter, Instagram. We're always posting up photos there. Nick threw up that nice picture from Old Irving with those fresh cans,
Oh man.
those ultra fresh
Those-
cans.
yeah.
Heck yeah.
Cool. And we'll be back next week with another episode.
Jack Muldowney. Thank you for coming out, man.
Thanks for having me.
Cheers.
Cheers.